Hey everyone, let me get my laptop going. I started a little bit earlier today because I started a little bit later yesterday. I'm still trying to figure out what time is going to be okay. Let's see how it goes starting at 1 something instead of 2 something. What the heck? Why isn't my live showing up? Now it's showing up for me, so maybe people don't hear the first minute, I swear, because I don't get mine popping up until like a minute later. But people are used to me coming on at 2 and 2 something, so I don't know if anybody will. I might have made a mistake and hopped in so early. We shall see. Is 2 a better time than 1? Hey Diane, hey Jerry. I wish I didn't even have to title these videos because I'm sick of trying to come up with titles when all we do is talk about everything basically. Unless I were to have unless when we're talking about the book club or whatever, I'm like, I really don't even know what to title these things anymore. So, yeah. I'll be getting the book on Wednesday for whoever is going to join in on that. It gets delivered on Wednesday. I don't have anything on my mind too. I don't even know if I have anything on my mind to chat about. I just don't want to break this live streak I have going on. I hope some things come to my mind as we're waiting for like a few more people to hop in. Or it's going to be a real boring night. If you guys have any subjects to talk about, the chat is open. Uh, Open to mostly anything. So I want to say hi to my silent viewers. I appreciate you being out there. I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you hitting the thumbs up button. To all the lurkers, you could always kiss my ass and get a life. Yes, happy December. If our listeners don't know, December is the hardest month of the year for me and a lot of people in my family because we've had a lot of tragedies in December, and there's like a few birthdays of loved ones we don't have around anymore. So it's a long month of dark days, and it has been that way for since what I was 17. So that's a lot. And plus, December is cold and gray and snowy. Ugh. Whoever likes that, I don't know them. But then, still, despite all that shit, I still try to make some good out of it. I saw some new Jelly Bellies at Target. Wait, Jelly Belly jelly beans? I don't eat. I don't eat. I don't know if I eat. Are they jelly beans? I don't think I eat those. If those are the main jelly beans, those small little things. Hello, Darkin. Welcome in. Yeah, I don't eat those. Um, Diane said frustrated today because no one could see me in any of the chats, but Gina and Sweetums helped me out. So thank you to both of them. Wow. Yeah, you just gotta. The only thing you can do when people aren't seeing you or whatever is you have to ask them if they have. Like the host has to have. Everybody has to have all chat on. Everybody. It's not just one person. Like if they want to see everybody, everybody has to have it on. But if you all only want the host, if you don't care about the host, just try to make sure the host has it on. I just said hi. You know, does it really help you out a lot to come into groups you don't know and hear your name? No spamming. Um, yeah, it's just mainly the host has to have it on to see you, and anybody chatting just has it on to see. To see it. But yeah, I'm sorry, Diane. You're the only one there. I'm obviously talking to people, idiot. Hey, Gina, welcome in. Oh, Gina's on time tonight? What? Yeah, and Cherry, any chat we all are in, anybody that doesn't have their all chat on, Diane seems to be the common one that they can't see every single day. Um, but I hardly ever forget to not put all chat on. I'm nosy. I want to see what everybody's talking about. What is she talking about? What? Oh, we're gonna get a lot of trolls tonight, I guess. What are you talking about? Oh gosh, the trolls are coming in tonight. Little kids, though. So far, little kids don't you need to be sleeping for school? You can still report the little kids too, because once the little kids get reported a lot, some people it's gonna be going to their parents, and I'm sure their parents aren't gonna be too damn happy. They got their idiot kids online doing shit. My Gina said that I can't hide from her. Yeah. I didn't think anybody went live today. Did somebody go live today? I think if they did, I missed it. I don't think I watched the live today. I'll have to check. I don't think I did. Gina, how's the snow where you are? Oh, okay. Do I know um, who down? Oh, Diana's is Jer's mom? Or is that a different person? I don't think we're getting bad snow in here until like Wednesday or something. So hopefully I get my groceries in before then. I have to wait till Tuesday to order them. Monday the inspector guys come in, so I'm freaking out about that once again because like I said it was rescheduled. No snow. Yeah, that's what we're getting. We got light snow, and then I think the weatherman said Wednesday is gonna be where it gets really a lot and heavier. But they said it's icy though right now. Oh, okay, Jared's mom. I haven't watched the live yet at first. I'm subscribed to her though. But yeah, what was I saying before the trolls came in? I really don't have anything to talk about. I just hopped on. I don't know. You guys give me a subject or something. Oh, you didn't shovel. But some people have to understand sometimes that people can't shovel. Shit. You haven't gotten any snow yet, Diane? Are you ever gonna do earlier lives again? If my freaking body lets me, because I don't want to do just voice ones in the daytime. I want to do video ones in the daytime. So if my body ever lets me get ready to do one again, of course, that's what I want to do. I still got these snacks waiting. Yeah, this week is supposed to be the bad storm for everybody, I guess. I'm sure they have made their little trail already. Yeah. It sucks to even think about having to shovel. I'm glad I don't anymore. They don't even shovel here. I know my daughter be just throwing salt out there. I don't think she really shovels. Well, they don't shovel. My arthritis gets worse at night too lately, so it hurts to type. Yeah. Maybe do voice text if you don't care about doing that type of thing. I don't like voice text, so I don't do it. Daytime is the afternoon, right? Yes. For me, it is, because I'm not doing anything. You won't see me doing anything morning time or noon time, for sure. But yeah, I do hope to get back into. Like I said, I want to do these snacks and get them out of the way. I don't want just them sitting here, this bag sitting here that I'm looking at, knowing I'm supposed to make a video. And I don't want to feel like a fraud or something because I'm not showing myself. I don't want to go like a whole month without showing myself or something. But yeah, it's just illness stopping it all. I think I get aggravated. I don't mean to answer that question like a sound like I'm aggravated at somebody asking the question. I'm aggravated that I can't do what I want to do. And I need to cut my hair more, so I want to do my hair a few more times. I gotta wash it and cut it some more. You're getting your hair done right. I'm done soon, right, Cherry? What the heck? Can I speak tonight? Are words gonna form? I really wish I could, but I can't risk it. Remind me to give you this whatever that shampoo or conditioner is that I'm not gonna use on my hair, so you could try to use it if you want it, so it just won't go to waste. So remind me the next time you come over to give it to you. Um, what should I ask you? What? Come on now, somebody ask me a question. Ask the group a question. Help me tonight. I don't know what to do. Let's see. I was watching a short, and this woman made Rice Krispie treats with cheeses. Ew! Instead of Rice Krispies. Ew. That would be just tearing the fuck out of people's gums and the roof of their mouth and stuff. You would try that, Gina? Yuck. My son has a snow plow and he goes out and clears all of the roads in our block for everyone. Oh, that's good. So you don't have to shovel, right? He does that for you too. I remember one time I had a neighbor that had a little mini plow that could plow the driveway, and he would do like that for us. But that was only one house. Other than that, I was out there shoveling. She liked it, and I got curious. I'm not that curious. I've tried. What was the Rice Krispie that I tried? I tried. The only thing difference I made was like fruity pebble Rice Krispies. Did I do the Fruit Loop Rice Krispies? I don't know if I did the Fruit Loop Rice Krispie, but I know I did the Fruity Pebble ones. But yeah. I still haven't found anything to buy myself in with these sales with any deals. The thrill is gone when it comes to sales. The only thing I did was do a Target because they were having $15 off 50 of cleaning supplies. Wow. So I bought cleaning supplies. So exciting. Yeah, I like the Fruity Pebble ones, but it's still the original OG ones better. I think the Fruity Pebble ones could be just like a little bit too sweet. So yeah, I got myself some paper towels and Lysol wipes and TP. And then I was trying because I never tried the what is that, the Scrub Daddy or whatever. They got the Scrub Mommy, so I got that instead of the Scrub Daddy. Yeah, I think it's the same thing. It's just pink. Only the snow, but I rake and clean my own place because he works. He works 120 hours a week, really? Wow. So he doesn't have time. Damn. No, you can't get a shout out. I don't know you. I only shout people out that I know. And that usually comes with conversation and hi. Um, I spent 70 on Chalk Zero. Whoa, what a treat for yourself, Gene. So you got some money off that though? The excitement of being older and being responsible with your money. You don't like Rice Krispies, but you don't eat sugar, so yeah. I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't really care. Just people coming in trying to, I guess, people go to their business or whatever. It's like that's not how it works, and I don't know whose lives you go into where they're like, "Oh, sure, I don't know you, and I'm about to say this for you." No, yeah, I don't know. Anybody, even if they don't try to promote a business, like if you get a shout out by saying hi, and then somebody says, "Hi, what's your name?" There's your attention. Move on. Charles Early sort of get me irked. When they do it when I'm in the middle of talking later on, I don't really care. I mean, it doesn't bother me like get under my skin. It's just like fucking go somewhere. What? What? What the heck? What are you talking about? Was that what that meant or something? Oh, are those initials or whatever? I don't know what that even means. Oh, really? Wow. I didn't see the whole thing or anything. I wasn't really paying attention to it. If it's like that, and if they're that stupid, block them. Don't have them come back in with their stupidity. Um, I don't know what Noah put in here. Is it for Gina? Gina, do you have a secret admirer? Uh, People are being weird tonight. So, has anybody ever, say you're female, have you, if you could be a man for a day, would you be? And if you're male, would you, if you could be a woman for a day, would you be? After you guys answer, I'll answer. Go. And then it will be, if you do want to be one, what would you do for that day as a man or a woman? I wonder why that was directed at you, though, Gina. What the heck? The question is, if you are a woman and you got to be a man for a day, would you be a man for a day? And then if the answer is yes, what would you do as that man for a day? And then the opposite for men. If you are a man, would you want to be a woman for a day? And what would you do as a woman for that day? So you're saying you would want to be a man, yes, and so you would be a whore. Good answer. Good answer. uh, yeah, I think that would pretty much be my day too. Because is there anything else as a man I would want to do? I don't ever think like, oh, that's something I want to do besides that. Yeah. But that's how I feel. I could say yes, I would say yes to it. And that's pretty much all that I would want to do. Because that's the only thing I'm curious about. I don't really care about anything else one day. Gina says, I would be a man for a day. It has to be summertime so I can't walk outside with so you can walk outside with no shirt and piss on a tree. Gina, Gina, you would want to be a man to go piss on a tree. That is something too. That it's like dang, all they could go pee anywhere. But yeah, you said see your time. Gina said she would go piss on a tree. Oh my gosh. What about you, Diane? You're like, I'm not being part of this conversation. uh, oh my goodness. We gotta make sure to ask the people when if people come in later that question because we gotta know. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else if I was a man for the day? What do I look at that? I'm like, oh, I wish I could do that. Besides the one thing, I really don't think there's anything else. I wonder if men think like if would they want to be a woman for a day? But we don't hardly ever have any men come in. We'll make sure to ask Greg if he comes in. No, no, just play. That would probably make him mad. Or Larry. Let's see what Larry does tonight if he comes in, because Larry seemed like he was on something last night. I don't know what he was doing. Stick my thing in a solo cup on a road trip and let it see. You're just every which way of peeing. You're just so you wouldn't think about it. You wouldn't think about it as get with a woman and see how that is. You don't think about it that way. Diane is so always so polite. We gotta get her. We gotta get her loose a little bit one day. she just, she'll listen to us, but she won't say anything. There gotta be something we could pry out of her one day. Like one. So if I didn't, I wouldn't want one. Hmm. I don't know. Yes, Gina. It sounds like it. That one I would have pissed all over the world. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Hey. Oh, I gotta do. Oh, I read yours wrong. I like women. So if I, so if I didn't, I wouldn't want to. You said that. How did I read it wrong? You're saying if you didn't like women, then you wouldn't want to be a man, right? I still think, uh, no, I wouldn't want to sleep with him. No, with women, right? Be the man and sleep with women, right? You wouldn't want to be a man a day, or you wouldn't want to do that. Yeah, that's what I submit. That's what I got. But I think I always, even before I knew about any of my sexuality or whatever, I always looked at it as, obviously, you know what being a woman feels like. I always looked at it, the man perspective as that. Before I knew I was like fully attracted to women or anything, I still had that in my head. Like, well, what does that feel like? What else is fun as a man? That's what I'm still trying to think about. Besides, oh, you said like fight. Yeah, true. That's true, yeah. Or even just talk shit with the guys, like they're always talking shit. See what they're talking about when women aren't around. I wonder if Sweetums set her alarm for 2 and we went on earlier. We'll see if she comes in tonight. Or she just decided to sleep for the night. So I'm trying to think of more questions. Come on, help me. We need Sweetums with her chat GBT to ask questions. Uh, what did you guys eat for dinner? I had chicken butter noodles, which I don't know if that's what we call it here. It's just chicken with noodles and butter and broccoli mixed together. So I like it because it was actual dinner and not a frozen dinner. But my daughter got me because I was getting up to look what I had frozen, and she's like, "Oh, you want to cut up some chicken?" I'm like, "No, I don't want to cut up no chicken." But she's like, "If I cut up the chicken, she'll make the rest of the dinner." So I had to cut up the chicken. Oh well, you said I don't care. I don't care about that stuff because they could have an issue and put that on their channel. Shoot, I know you can't really say anything anymore, but some things I'm not gonna care about. I ate some Chinese food. Oh, from the good place or the place that's not good anymore. No, I still want to be shirtless and yeah, and piss on a brick wall. Oh my gosh. And you gotta make sure you're shirtless, right? Because you said it gotta be hot outside. You just had tofu and nothing else with it? I never tried tofu before. I don't think I ever will. But do people just eat tofu with nothing else? I miss Chinese food, but the one place that we could order from turned their whole menu into not authentic, really. Not, I mean, I'm sure it's not really too much authentic anyway, but this turned it. It's really just very trash. That's all I gotta say. And it used to be the best place. So I miss having mushu chicken, chicken lo mein. Even their egg rolls are trash. Diane had a salad. Uh, I think I had some pizza bread. Oh, from the good place. I still gotta try it from the good place. You eat tofu, Cherry? What do you flavor the tofu with? Yeah, because don't they say tofu picks up whatever flavor you're cooking? I have never tried tofu. It looks funky. Yeah, it does, Diane. It is funky if you think about it. Yeah, I think I think that would be texture issue right away with me. But people love it that eat it. I make my tofu with Asian seasoning and spread it on wasa bread. What the heck is? I gotta Google wasa bread. I have on all. Oh, you couldn't see Diane. Oh no, we were just. How did you say hi to Diane earlier? You just heard me talking about it, so you said hi, Diane. Yeah, that's why right when I start my live, I always talk it out before I say hi. I'm always like, go to the change it to all before I forget. Oh, that's weird. But it looks like a chunk of rubber. Yeah, but it looks pretty soft. But yeah, I just couldn't do it. I don't think. Well, I gotta look at that bread. That bread is masa bread. Oh, okay. I'm missing protein in my diet. I feel like I just need some big steaks and stuff. I don't know. I just every time I eat dinner now, I'm like the meat needs to be bigger. I know it sounds gross, but oh, okay, Gina. I discovered a new yogurt that I liked because they never sell mine. Well, they put mine in stock now, but the brown cow whole milk yogurt, I had the vanilla cherry kind. That was good. I decided to get that this time instead of my low whatever milk one because I need more vitamin D in my diet. Yeah, I know. It really. I know the storms came earlier this year, but we were talking about that every time. Every time a winter, like winter really was nothing, I don't think, for anybody. And so usually when there's a chill winter, we get the next one worse. Because it's like, this is payback. The Chobana apple pie. Oh, yeah, isn't that, but that's Greek, right? I don't like Greek yogurt. I was surprised I liked this, especially since it said it had some thick, milky cap at the top. And I'm like, ew, I don't want to see that. And then even when I mixed together, I got it like a chunk of it. It wasn't gross. It was just how they described it and everything that made it gross to me. You think yogurt tastes like rotten milk? Um, I don't think so. I made a mistake and tasted rotten milk before. I would not eat yogurt if it tasted like rotten milk. And this yogurt, the vitamin, the whole milk one, it tastes more like a dessert than a yogurt. You had two really good ones. The winter before last for us wasn't good, but last winter was okay. I think the winters 2 winters ago was the worst winter storm in history. But no, I don't love yogurt. That's what I was saying. If I could find a yogurt that I say says taste okay, that's why I talk about it because I'm like, okay, I could switch it up a little bit more. I really want to eat it if I didn't have to have, if I didn't have low vitamin D. I want to eat it. But so we talked about dinner. Um, I'm really drawing the blank tonight. I'm sorry I'm boring. I might get off early because I don't want to keep on going, what do I talk about? I'm eating apple pie filling and frozen Cool Whip. What the heck? What the heck? How's it? Wait. Oh, you said apple pie filling. I'm thinking you're eating like a pie crust without anything in it. But you said apple pie. Ew, I do not like apple pies. That cherry filling with that would probably be good as hell, and forget all the crust and stuff. I never even thought about that. Who the heck needs the crust and everything? I'm just gonna buy a can of cherry filling and use some damn Cool Whip. What the heck? When I started losing weight over 10 years ago, I had a hard time eating anything. Did you did you lose weight naturally or did you have the surgeries? I'm dying. It is good. Well, I'm sure my cherry version will be good, but I'm sure your apple pie version's good because you like apple pie. I just remember the winter of uh 2022, no snow, but we had that Canadian polar vortex. Yeah. No, I just think last winter was okay. I think the couple of winters before that were bad as hell. We have like one okay winter, but it still has a lot of snow. It's just not stopping the city snow. Yeah, we were snowed in the 2 winters ago. That was really bad. Oh, in 2022 too. I know wasn't the cyclone bomb winter and the earthquake day wasn't that in 2023 or not for us? No, I lost it naturally and it's been a struggle. Okay. Oh, it was just because you said you couldn't eat anything. You had a hard time eating anything. Um, that's why I thought maybe you got like the stomach, surgery. You have it on all, right? You said you put it on all chat now. Let's try to get the likes up to 10 tonight. That's our goal every night. So people that are just watching, listening, please hit that like button. If you watch this after the live is over, if you're on the replay, please hit that like button too. And ask us some questions. Maybe we'll answer them during the lives when we go live. Hey, Sweetums. I said Sweetums got her alarm chat for 2 and I went on like at 1:30. uh Sweetums, you gotta get asked the questions we just answered a little while ago. Um oh what Okay, Gina, I'll ask that. Um Hey Winter Moon. I'll ask that after I ask the people that just entered the chat the question that we got asked her. I asked you guys earlier. So I asked you could be if you were a woman, if you could be a man for a day, would you want to be a man for that day? And if you did, if your answer is yes, what would you want to do as the man for that day? And then, of course, if you're a man, would you want to be a woman for a day? But we don't have any men in the chat. But if men are listening in, they could come chime in and ask if they would want to be a woman for a day. I don't know if like I said, I don't think I've ever heard a straight man talk about, oh, maybe being a woman, for a little bit. So Sweetums says, yes. Okay, Sweetums, so what would you do in the day as being a man? And you have to be honest. Gina's answer was peeing on trees and bricks and in cars. So her answer was being in the just being able to pee everywhere and have her shirt off. So it has to be summertime, so her shirt can be off as a man. Um, Cherry and mine were basically the same. We would want to, be jumping on women all day long, see how that is. Mm, Uh, and fighting. Uh, and Winter Moon, so your answer is yes, and you said you'll have an outlet? What? What the fuck? Oh my god, I'm glad I was about to drink at that moment. She said you'll fucking outlet. What the hell? What the heck? Oh my god. Oh, oh my god. Okay, I actually have a fantasy day, and it's never been my wedding day. My whole life has been body switching day. Oh, really? So you think about it a lot too, huh? You would make a grand entrance as usual. Sweetest said, ew, winter. Winter out's here making outlets pregnant and shit. Oh my god. Fried sausage. Really? Mm. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that. And the body I want to have is either is actor Kim Cole or the guy who plays Reacher. Kim Cole's a dude, or you're saying as a female body? I'm talking about do you want to piss on a tree with me, Reacher? Oh, okay. So you want to be built? See, you ready to fight too with that body? So you already know the male version that you body you want to be in and everything. Uh, Winter Moon said I would go to the nudist colony and live it up. Gina Sweetums so oh, what you do is menu and prison trip. I said read that already. And I would just want to lift all the heavy furniture out of my house and want to go and all the bars and fight and win. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what body would I want as a man. I didn't even think about that one. The body of somebody. Hmm. Do I go with the body I want? Like I want to, that I like as a looking at men, or what? Like LL Cool J? What I want? His type of body? Maybe. I don't know. I never think about a woman like I want her body type thing. Oh, Kim. That's another body. Kim Cole. Wait, Kim Cole. Oh, okay. They pretty much. You would want that big old body? Mm, I don't need that much muscles. That's why I said L Cool J is about the size. I just want to be massive and aggressive. Oh my gosh. Winter Womp. Yeah, I see him. I know. That's why I said you wouldn't want that amount of muscles. Does anybody else know what man they would want to look like? We know Winters is a outlet, so that doesn't. I would go fight your exes and punch them again, but as a man. Oh damn! Oh, that sounds good. I didn't have too many exes though, so you wouldn't have to have too many people to knock out. Yeah, they did. I would want a Hulk Hogan body, really, so no one could push me around. See, I've never. I guess I don't look at it for me as muscles as much because I'm like, I would if somebody tried to fuck with me. Believe me, there wasn't too many people that tried to fuck with me. So I never thought, oh, but like I said, I'm 6'3", so it's different, I guess. More men wanted to fuck with me like that than women. Women weren't about to fight me. Hey, Pika, welcome in. How's it going? Hulk Hogan, hey, Hulk Hogan. Um, yeah, I wouldn't want that. I want softer looking muscles if I was a man. That's why I said LL Cool J has a lot of muscle, but it's more softer looking and smaller. But you know he could kick somebody's ass. You heard how I don't know if you guys heard when he had a person break in his house. A guy broke into his house and he went downstairs and broke that person apart. I still don't understand if you're rich, how you could have just a person wander on the street and break your door and get in. I would just have way more security. I never thought about what my body would look like. I was just picturing myself with no chi-chis and a meat stick. Yeah, we see, Gina, because you just trying to pee everywhere like a dog. Try to imagine a guy, Gina. Huh? Muhammad Ali did? Wait, what? Um, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'm very curious. Even though I know I had a dream, I feel like I had a dream of what the male thing feels like. I swear that had to be like, it feels like it's how it would be, but I don't know because I don't have one. But in that dream, when I woke up, I was like, oh, that got to be how it feels. Dreams like basketball player bodies. Oh, not too bulky, yeah. So what basketball? I don't know many basketball players. Pika, did you hear the question we're all answering, or are you sort of lost in the convo? I could ask it again if you want to try to answer it. Uh, I would be a male vocalist for one of the favorite bands. Oh, well, yeah. Okay, yeah. Um, that's what I was going to ask any basketball player, but I don't know too many. I'll just have to Google it. It's not one that I know. Um, what singer, Jerry? I was asking the was asking in the chat, if you're a female, would you want to be a man for a day? And if you wanted to be a man for a day, what would you do during that day? And then if you're a male, would you want to be a woman? And if you did want to be a woman for a day, what would you do as a woman? And then we added to it as we went along, whichever one you wanted to be, the male or the woman. Is there like someone famous that you would want a body like? Did I say that clear enough? I hope. And most of us just, said we wanted to be getting it on. Gina said she wants to be peeing on trees and stuff. And Winter Moon wants to do it to a socket, an electrical socket. She wants to fry your sausage. Okay. I can see Cherry being in whatever it's called, doing the rock band thing though. Big dreams, winner. So you guys never had to dream about being the opposite sex? Was it just me? Well, You never have? It was me only the once. You said it was beautiful. Me only the once, and then I'm like, oh, uh, for me in the dream, it's like, well, now I know why males, when it comes to like the sexual experience or whatever, for males, their whole experience is they have to try not to, climax. So the whole time they're trying not to, while women have to make sure they do. Like they can't. They're like, oh gosh, let me get one in before this ends, before it's too late. While men are like, oh, I gotta hold it so it won't be too soon. It's like really the total opposite, and that's kind of crazy. That's why I say I'm glad I'm a woman because I wouldn't want to be a man having to always worry about doing that too soon. Diane said, never. I fantasize about body switching day at least once a week. Oh, really? Once a week? Wow. I think once I got the dream over with, I pretty much had my. If I feel like I answered all my questions, and Sherry said she does too. Seems I'm always aim high. No, you gotta aim low with that one. Where you want to put it. This is a bit of a side note. If I could have a superpower, I think being a shapeshifter would be cool and funny. Yeah, shapeshift. Oh, I can't even say it. Shape shifting would be cool. Um, Sweetums said, "No, you have to be a woman, Pika." Wonder Woman. I'd love to look like Chris Cornell. Let's see who that is. Okay, so that's more of rock banderish thing looking too. Yeah, mine is definitely I think LL Cool J. Um, I couldn't handle the body hair. No, yeah, I don't. I wouldn't want none of that. I got enough facial hair I don't like as it is that I gotta rip out of my face every week. His eyes were wow. Oh, he's passed away. Did you guys are saying were? Um, Jerry, I think we probably think about it a lot because of wanting to feel dominant for once. Yeah, if only for one day though, it'd be so fun. So you guys haven't even been able to be dominant on with anybody? Sure, you don't have to answer that. I meant Sweetums. Gino's musician is Rob Thomas. Would be Rob Thomas. Why am I the only one with Ella Cool J? Like, like, come on. All you guys like these musician people? They pretty much have the same type of body. They're just different. They're just different heads and a different style. But it seems like they pretty much have the same frame. Um, but to answer your question, if I had to be a woman, then I say I'm MMA fighter. I say Alexa. Okay, let me look her up. And so many others I could list, but it got to be the tough woman, huh? Alexa. Oh, okay. Um, I like Rob Thomas when I was little. Oh, little. I want to be with a woman like dominate. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. I mean, dominate in my own life, to be never afraid to walk somewhere in the dark, to be able to lift heavy things, to fight and win. But that's what I'm saying. That's all I've done. I've always walked in the dark, didn't give a crap. Like I've done that as a woman. Lived everything. I had to do everything my whole dang life until I got sick. I never could be the soft side woman. Like I never had that, like that side to me. Jerry, I've seen him in 3 concerts. Oh, in concert 3 times. With a man I don't want to be. Okay. That's what I was gonna say, sweetie. But that's an honest answer, though. Obviously, it, you're just like that's still man adjacent. Yeah, but that's why I said maybe men they think about it as they wouldn't want to lose their strength. Sweetie, ever go to a rage room and fuck some shit up? Um. Well, yeah, that's what I said. I'm everything that Sweetie mentioned. I already did that my whole life until I got sick and couldn't do it no more. I'm soft and gushy with a man. I am, and I am most. I was most of the time. I have to say because I'm not actually anything, but I was most of the time. But there were some that needed to be punked around because they were punks, and you couldn't like I had to be that way or I wasn't. I mean, things had. I don't know. When people don't know what they're doing and you have to explain it to them about every damn thing, then you end up being dominant anyway. We were raised that way. Sure enough. Even if I wasn't raised that way, the men that I were with, I mean, I think one would have done things for me if there he wasn't such a horror, but you know, I still ended up doing most things by myself. He would love for a man to experience menstrual cramps and yeah, heavy flow. A lot of women don't even experience that. Most of the women that I knew in my life, besides my family members, they've always had like really light ones and act like it's just nothing. And I'm like, well, I don't know what that feels like. Also, you mean pick a girl that any sort of I can't say that for some reason. MMA fighter, just any celeb excluding that. Yeah, like someone a little softer. Sweetums was saying a feminine and soft lady. I can't talk tonight. I wonder what Larry's answer will be. If Larry comes in and says a cohesive sentence, maybe we'll find out. But I don't know what he was doing last night. His mark usually is around like 3:34 or something like that. Here's a question. In your life, when you have experienced meeting someone, liking them, then you get to the first kiss, and the first kiss sucks. Do you stop talking to the person and move on? Do you tell them they suck at kissing and try to have them, help them improve on it? What do you do? What have you done when somebody sucks? When they're just sticking their cow tongue in your mouth, just slushing all around and they don't know how to do anything? There's another question. Uh, he was doing something last night. It's something. I don't know what. Yeah, that's why I said I don't know what he was doing. He'll answer whatever was in the first 5 minutes of the live. Yeah, but like I said, last night he wasn't in. He wasn't even. It was like he wasn't in the right state of mind or something. Something was up. Man, I had a few two beers or whatever. I gotta turn up the heat. 70 degrees ain't hitting it. I don't even know what this is degrees is, but it's a little too hot up in here. I'm sorry if I'm stuttering and stuff. I think that because I got some sleep today, that my mind's like, oh, she got a little sleep, so I'm just gonna just ram it with a million more things on top of the million more things. So it's hard to keep a train of thought that will actually get to my tongue and talk. Um, Trinity, is it bad because it's too wimpy, or is it slobbering and aggressive? Is it bad because it's too wimpy, or either way? I don't think I've ever had a too wimpy bad kiss. But if people have, I would think either. I would think any of that is bad. Mine has more been slobbery and aggressive. So either any of that could fall into it. Just a person that does not know how to kiss. Do you just stop even though you like them, or do you wait and see what's going to improve, or what would you do? What did you do? Hey Larry, welcome in. Yeah, any of those. What did you guys do? I'll start with me. For me, when I've had them, I just dropped them from there. I didn't try again because kissing is very, very important to me. And when I know that you do not know how to do it, I'm just done. I will not try it again. It is like a triggering thing. It's like, no, get Diane said, freaking run. That's right, Diane. Shoot, I'm out. I don't even try again. Um, I stayed with a bad kisser once, the worst choice ever. I can still feel the spit. Oh, 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 oh. Yuck. I can't even say that. I can still feel the spit running down my chin. If I had to experience it now, you guys have to. Oh, yuck, Gina, yuck. How long did you stay with him? Larry, Eminem has a question for you. Oh no, we gotta get past the kissing one first because we can't get mixed up. Ew, Gina, that is disgusting. Uh, okay, let me look up Dolores Bickerman. Ew, I'm still on the. That's disgusting. I don't think I've ever had one that bad. Why is Did she play Dolores Victim? Why does it look like Betty White? Is it Betty White? Why is it only Betty White popping up on my thing? Because she played her or something? I can't find any pictures. Unless I'm right typing it wrong, I gotta go back. Did anybody find her in Google? I can't. Am I getting the name wrong? No, I put it in there right, and all Betty White pops up. Um. Oh, the question, Larry. I'll ask you. We went on to a different question first, and I'll ask you it in a little bit. Yeah, it says that, but it won't show her picture for some reason, Pika. I don't know why. It says it's from Lake Placid and everything, but It the whole all Google shows is Betty White. It is Betty White. Pika, you're talking about Betty White. You want to be Betty White? You want to be Betty White? Wait a minute. Is Betty White's real name? Oh my God, you guys are a trip. I mean, maybe a few months, but I was a young, yeah. Oh, a few months. Oh my gosh. So is that Betty White's real name? It gotta be. Um, what the hell is going on in here? Larry, you came in the middle of the discussion. It's probably gonna be confusing for a minute because we were just talking about something. She couldn't be any more different from yeah, that fighter. I'm not gonna try to say those initials no more. Okay, so when she was younger, okay. It's still Betty White, even when she was younger. I remember seeing her. Oh my goodness. That is so funny to me though. Larry, okay, wait, we gotta finish the kissing thing. Okay, let's ask Larry the question. We'll get on. Larry, the question was, if you, we know you're a man, we'll just ask you, if you were a man and you got a day to be a woman, would you be a woman for a day? And if you could be a woman for a day, what would you do for that day? And then we'll ask another question after that. Um, yeah, because she fed the crocodiles. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm laughing. I just never thought somebody would want to be Betty White. um, yeah, see, Sweetums like, oh, is it still aggressive? She fed the crocodiles. That's still masculine. That's not girly enough, Sweetums. um, I do not understand the male mind, I swear. Yeah, because if she can train crocodiles and not ever have them attack her, then that's a strong lady right there. Yeah. You just know they're gonna stand above a mirror, though. uh, you blame Sweetums, Gina. All right, everybody, jump on the bad kiss thing. So Gina described hers. Oh my gosh. I think for me, mine was my worst kiss. Like, really was. First of all, even like with normal kisses, if you're gonna tongue kiss or whatever, you have to know what to do. And if people are just like trying to fish out your tongue, it's like, dude, get away from me. There's those ones, and then there's just the ones with the huge, huge tongue. And I don't want no big fat cow tongue going in my mouth. And my choice with them is I always ended it. It was the one bad kiss, and that's all you had with me. No, thank you. Um, let's see. That was a downgrade, though, Gina. Oh, you think so? If it was too wimpy, I'd keep him and teach him. Okay. Overly aggressive by. Yeah, maybe too wimpy might have a chance. I just never had too wimpy. I've always had very aggressive, people, but never no disgusting stuff getting on the chin. Oh, Gina's is the worst. Did we lose Larry? See, I thought we would. That's Diane said run, though. She ain't about to be messing with nobody that doesn't know how to kiss. Yeah. And I'm trying to think about the majority of the kissing. I think it's been half and half. No, I think I've had more luck with good kissers than bad kissers. I wonder if two bad kissers think they could kiss when they're together. My worst kiss was when I kissed someone and saw he had long hairs. And saw he has long ear hairs and he whimpered, ew, his hair covered his ears before. Wait, what? And saw he had long ear hairs and he whimpered. Ew, he whimpered. What do you mean by whimpered? Like whimpered during kissing? His hair covered his ears before. Ew. Yuck. But you're saying he whimpered during kissing? Yuck. I don't know why Larry randomly disappears. I don't know. I don't get it. So ban the kissing and he can have. No. I don't care. I won't let them do other stuff. If they don't know how to kiss, they don't know how to do other stuff. Ew. Yeah, that, I don't know. I think whimpering would be worse than the slobber down my chin. Ew, don't be whimpering. I'd probably want to kick somebody after that shit. Like a puppy cheer? Shit. Ew. I have another bed when he didn't know how to move his mouth and had lockjaw with a twirly tongue. Oh, fuck, Rita. What the hell? Oh, my gosh. So does everybody consider themselves a good kisser? Like a snake. Pika didn't answer the kissing question. Pika's like, I'm not joining in on this. Yeah, whimpering, like, what the hell? Kissing is first base, though, Winter. If he's bad at that, he's not, exactly, he's not going to go any lower, not going to get any better. I'm not wasting my time. I like kissing during everything. That makes it better. So if I don't like the kiss, anything else is done and over. Yeah, you said one person had no lips. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no. How do you even kiss a person with no lips? Yuck. I know what you mean by tiny lips. That's what I always wonder. That's why I always go for men that have lips because I'm like I don't want to be kissing small lips. Yeah, because I think these people that my type usually doesn't have nice lips. Yeah. Yeah, I know I'm a good kisser too. So that's why I said I wonder if two sucky kissers get together, do they think they could kiss? Maybe they could kiss to each other. You would swallow a thin lip. What? Why? Why would I, Gene? Oh my gosh. I wouldn't even fuck with one. Mine too, Jerry. Mine have thin lips, but I also have thin lips. Man, I don't know. So much of kissing for me is my lips and their lips. I don't know. So I don't know what I would be doing with thin lips. What are you talking about? That's what happens, Gina. You talking about what she said about me, Jerry? What the heck, Winter Moon? Winter Moon's on some other stuff tonight. She's sticking her thing into outlets. She's saying the dog's a good kisser. Winter Moon, I think you're going on the level that Larry's at about now. Shoot. Yeah, you do. You have medium lips. Well, I don't want to toot my own horn, but toot. Well, that's what I said. I've always been told I'm a good kisser. I already know I'm a good kisser. If you're not a good kisser, well, unless somebody's just taking abuse for a million for an hour or so, you're not going to be. Nobody's going to want to kiss you. There can some. I'm sure people just want to get right to it, like men and stuff. But I never had that happen to me. Gina said a compliment. Uh, oh, okay. Cherry. I know, that's what I'm saying, sweetie. First the outlet, then Shammy. He is facts with Drake letting it go either. She's like, she really gonna be marrying Shammy. And Coco's gonna be the what's it called? Um I don't know, whatever the maid of honor or the groomsman. I forgot what Coco's male or female. I forgot. Hey Chantel, welcome in. Ew, the hair had wax in it too. Ew. Yuck. Why do men do that? Why don't they take care of that if it's sticking out their ears? Like if my like even with my nose hair, they're growing longer with age. I'm making sure I got my nose trimmer trimming my damn nose hairs. It's scary to use, but I still do it. And if that happened to my ears, I would do the same thing. Um, I'm funny and silly. This is personality. Yeah. Cherry, you won. Wait, she won with. Dang it, with the grossness. Oh wait. Oh my gosh, what did my computer just do? No. Oh, okay. Let me see. You know you want to. You're saying you made me laugh. You know you're. The first thought was you about to go to outlet with that thing. Pika said, I don't recall a bad kiss, but an awkward one was when my friend kissed me because she grabbed my face and kissed me, and I kind of laughed because I didn't know she liked me like that. Oh, and you didn't like her like that, huh? That's what made it awkward. Awkward, or was it just because it was a surprise kiss? That would be terrible. Wait a minute, and he had a Thug Smurf tattoo. I never saw at first. Oh, you're talking about because no, he didn't have a Thug Smurf tattoo. What the hell? Yeah, the best friend kiss. Oh no. I think I did do that to somebody before. Like jump on them and kiss them when they weren't ready just to see or whatever. But they were a bad kisser. Shammy is more man than most men. Yeah. Yeah, because of the waxy ear. Yeah, she gets it. And and the whimpers. Yep, you got the award for that one. I think I would probably try to bite somebody's tongue off if they whimpered when they were kissing me. I would be like, what the fuck is this? What the hell? Uh, must be nice to be a man if that's the worst. Yeah. Terry, can you collect some wax for me so I can cleanse my house? Oh, all my siblings' energy. She deserves an earwax candle. Yuck. I never had a best friend kiss me like that. Thankfully, we planned out our kisses. Hmm. Then he tried to kiss me again, and I said no. He said, "Your loss." Ew. Obviously, you didn't want it, so it's not no damn loss, or you wouldn't have said no. I can't even make that up, Jerry. Your loss. That's really like, how's he gonna say your loss? It's like you said no. What the fuck? You did bite it? That's what I would have done. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. But he still wanted to keep on kissing you after you bit the shit out of his tongue. Somehow the whimpers are the worst. Yeah, yeah. Then Gina's rule should, yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's definitely yuck. I don't like with men in general. I don't like them to be all trying to be loud and stuff. It's like shut the hell up. But you also don't want somebody to just be like, oh, act like it does nothing. Just you don't hear a breath or anything. Like what the heck? But not no whimpering. Sweetums, did I miss your worst experience? No, I think Sweetums said it. She said, I think, didn't Sweetums, you said that yours was too weak, right? It wasn't really aggressive or anything. I also don't like when people are kissing you and then they're like, oh, I want to do this to you and that to you. I'm like, shut the hell up and just kiss. I don't like much conversation going on like what you want to do. I thought Gina said, "Be right back, doggy style." That's where mine's going. But be right back, doggy duties. Here. Yeah, it was weak and limp. Oh, yuck. Cherry said, I gotta go. She don't want to hear my. So, uh, this was my past life. I don't do things like that anymore. It has been a long, long, long time. What the heck is the upside down Spidey kiss? No way with a dog. You what Winter? You and Larry might be a good match. Cause some stuff you talk about, I'm like, what upside down Spidey kiss with dog? Jerry's like, peace out. I don't want to hear anymore. We got one more like to the 10 to hit our 10 thumbs up goal. He watched the movie and reacted it. He reacted. How could he reenact the movie? It was your sister, a physical makeup cheering. uh, are you sure the dog's not human? If he watched the movie and remade it, he might be a little human in there. Um, I don't know what Larry is. Larry is I think he just is half asleep or something. Uh, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a next question. Spider Shammy. Sweetums, I don't know if you heard. I don't know if you came in when I said my book is arriving Wednesday. So I think by that time Jessie Lynn will have hers too. So we might be able to start like Wednesday on Thursday with that book. He's either confused in a banquet or telling us we're treasured queens. I know. But it seems like all that has been in confusion too. I don't get it. Did Cherry, you really left the chat? I won't talk about that stuff anymore. Sweetums, I do not want to be compared to him. I'm not. I'm not. I keep him. Wait, what? Winter Moon, we were just joking. I hope you didn't get too sensitive over that. We joke with each other. Winter Moon, calm down a little bit here. We were just playing with you. You see, we've been fucking with each other for these chats for a long time. I don't know. Um, did you guys come up with a snare right away, or did you have to think of it? Like Pika, what's a snare? Winter, you gotta realize that nobody's I think it's because you have like you get triggered because you're in a situation that's not good, but you gotta realize nobody's trying to hurt you on here. If you go through the whole comment, we clown on each other all the time. I don't want to have to be um sensitive because we fuck with each other through all these comments for these days. We fuck with each other, and nobody takes it personal. Um, did you guys come up with an answer right away, or did you have to think on it? Like Pika, oh, who to be? From you talking about if you do the Mel thing. For me, I had to think about it. Um, I still have to think about. Like it went to my mind where I was like El Cool J, but everybody else had their answer. Because like I said, I never even thought about like what man shape I would want to be or anything. That's what you're talking about. No, Sweetums didn't even say anything. I said because I didn't know what she was talking about. I said, "Oh no, you're like Larry, not saying I don't know what she thought I meant. I'm just talking about like there was a few things that weren't clear that was she said, but I didn't mean it in a literal way, so she shouldn't take it in a literal way." I don't know what you said, Sweetums. I didn't see anything that would have, caused that reaction. Because it makes me think there's something men never think about. Yeah, they don't. That's why I said I think the majority of the men that are just straight, they don't think about um being women or anything. I mean, I guess they don't have as carries of the mind of how that would feel. Maybe that's good in a way. But like I said, if I had to have choose to be man or woman, I would always choose woman. I wouldn't want to be a man. Yeah, I'm back. My phone died. Welcome back, Larry. You guys, I just want to tell you that I want this chat to be fun, and I wouldn't ever condone bullying. I wouldn't bully anybody. I wouldn't say something to hurt somebody. We gotta be chill, I want everybody to have fun here and laugh. You would choose to be a woman. You would never? Really, Sweetums? I would always want to be a woman. So you're telling me you would sacrifice when it comes to getting, your whatever, and you would sacrifice actually having to have sex and only do it one, like be able to climax once instead of multiple times? I wouldn't give that up. Did Cherry leave the building? She really left the building, I think. She said good night. Um, my friend and I were just really good friends, and I don't know. I suppose I could be oblivious to reading signals. I don't know if it would have dated her or not, but she was cool. So you guys didn't try to date after the kiss? Winter, I never went to her too. The same. That's how I am too. That's why it's like we always been fucking with each other. That just came out of nowhere. Um, what if you could have two superpowers? Which two would you choose? I always said I would want to be able to choose to be invisible. Um, so that and what would the second one be? I'm trying to. I haven't watched so much uh superhero things in so long. I don't even know. Dang, Sweetums, I can't believe that. I don't care about that shit. I care about the power and never being intimidated physically. Oh, I just don't want to be lumped in with that. Oh my god. Larry, you missed it all. We even did a recap for you, but you said your phone died, so you even missed the recap. So Larry said super strength and super speed like Flash. Um, yeah, mine's invisibility, and I'm trying to think of a second one. It's safe. It's safe. We're not. We're talking about. Pika asked, "What two superpowers would you have? Would you choose?" That's what I think. I would. Mine would be like strength and flying and all that stuff. Like going around kicking everybody's ass and being invisible. Those two. Mm. Um. So, Edom, said you say yours would be mind control? Oh, mind control is a good one too, and invisibility. But my body has to disappear too. I can't be solid. Well, that's like the invisible. Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah, I don't want people to that could bump into me or something. No, I you can't feel me or see me. Um, you also think about that all the time. The superpower thing. Me too. I always think about like fighting all the assholes and all that shit. Yours is invisibility too, Cherry. What about the second one? Larry, if you had two superpowers, did you answer it? Oh yeah, you said super strength and super speed. Okay. Did you answer your question, Pika, of what you would have? Let me go through it again. Got thrown off a little bit. Diane's is I can't say in that dang word invisible, and superpowers. So most of us want to be invisible and go kick everybody's ass, right? Save the world. Don't get not the good people's ass, only the bad people's. My friend said she wanted to take things more serious, but at the time I was just not looking for it. Oh, okay. Well, at least you were nice and not, a lot of men will just take advantage of the person and then leave them in the dust. So at least you let her down in a way where it wasn't taking advantage. Even though a lot of women feel offended by that too, but I would much rather that than somebody go all the way and then diss me. Cherry, cherry. We got halt that we had just. I will talk to you later. I will talk to you later about that. We gotta just move on from that stuff right now. Cherry, delete, Cherry, delete. Um, delete Cherry. Sweetums, help me. Sweetums, chat GPT a question. Let's get this chat rolling. Um, um, I'd be. I want to be a witch somehow magical powers. Yeah. Gina, you missed a bunch. You left at the juicy time there. I met Coco did her business on the porch. Oh no. It's 12 degrees. It's 30. It gotta be colder than that here, but maybe it is just 30. Um oh yeah, Gina, we have a new question, right, Sweetums? Pika asked, if you were able to have two superpowers, what would the two superpowers be? Yes. Who's the heathen? Me? What is our temp out? This no, we need to talk later. That's all I gotta say to you. You don't know what I'm talking about. But is it 30 for us, Cherry? I can't read it on my phone, and my computer says 30. Oh, okay. That's why I don't feel. Why did it feel so cold the other day, and it was above 30? That really means we're about to have a bad storm when it feels a little bit warm. That really means we're about to get hit. Invisible is a given, and hear everybody's thoughts. So like that's like mind reading, right? Too. Yeah, but not at once. I want to choose to what thoughts I want to hear and when I want to hear it because I already hear enough shit on my own. Yeah, that's why I said that's why we know we're gonna get hit because it's a little bit warmer. It's not chilly to the bone. Oh my god, I hope I can shut it when I want. You can shut what? Oh, you're talking about the thoughts? I wouldn't want to hear everybody's thoughts at all. Wait, you said you wanted to be a mind reader, right? Who said mind reading? Being invisible and able to walk through walls. So mostly everybody had being invisible. Wouldn't you would be able to walk through walls because we were saying the invisible is where it's not going to be a solid invisible. So you could do that. What's the use of being solid invisible? Like when they had people do that, that just is a waste of time. Oh yeah, teleportation. There's another superpower I would like to have so I could go and be anywhere at any time. Well, yeah, but she was probably thinking about the invisible that we were trying to say. That you were like you didn't want to be solid invisible, so she probably assumed that too. Oh, mind control. So mind control is more like bending like okay, controlling their mind instead of hearing their thoughts. Okay, yeah. Okay. What would you make them do, Sweetums? I want to maneuver people how I want. Yeah, yeah. Teleportation. Yeah, it would be fun. Even for me, the reality of when you do have the little gifts, like when you get visions of what's going to happen or stuff, it would be nice to know what day they're going to happen on. So you would maybe be able to do something, but literally getting like little things of the future here and there, not knowing what person it's going to happen to, what day, what time, or anything like that. That doesn't help any. You're just really getting a little bit of what's in the future. That sucks. Sweetums, I never thought that day, but okay, then fly. Okay, yeah, her and I are still friends, and that's true. It can be a lot of turning their friendship into something more. Yeah, or being able to read minds would be nice too. Yeah. I would teleport and steal your Doritos. I don't have no Doritos right now. I only have plain Lay's chips. Cherries, yeah. Did you eat the cherry turtle thing yet? Cherry? Cherry yet teleportation. That means I go and be with anybody and see anybody in a matter of seconds, then that would be cool. How was it? Did you like the cherry taste? I would take a piece of paper, show it to the lottery office, and convince them. Oh, really? That's a good one. Shit, was that 1 billion jackpot for real? I wish I could turn Shammy and Coco into humans. Yeah, you liked it, didn't it? Taste like cherry cordial a little bit. Yeah, I thought that was weird, but it tasted good. Cause I got the cherry and the regular turtles, and I thought once I tried the regular turtles again, I would say, oh, the cherry's just okay, but I prefer the cherry over the regular. So I'm gonna miss them when they're gone. You said you don't know if you like beaks to turn into humans. That's why I said, because if they turn into humans, they're not gonna have the loyal quality that animals have. Really, I would like to make all the nonverbal humans and animals be able to speak finally and be heard. If you could go back in time, would you change your present even if it messed up everyone else's timeline? If it did mess up everybody else's timeline, would you change it even if it messed everyone else's timeline? Yeah, what would it mess up? I don't think so. I really believe in respecting. I know it's not a real question. It can't really happen, but I really believe in respecting, like, so much. Like, I even get upset when, like, they dig up the mummies in Egypt and research them and everything like that. And I'm like, that's not supposed to happen. That's not the traditions. That's not how everything was laid out. And then when people go mess with stuff, I just feel like it does something to us as humans. I don't know. So I don't think I would change anything. And I've had a fucked up ass life, a real big fucked up ass life, and I still don't think I would. Jerry said no. Sweetums don't know how you would mess up time. Yeah, nope, I wouldn't. If you turn them human, how old are they? They're animal age. Yeah, and like I said, animals are looked at and loved in a certain way because they're animals, you know. So turning them into humans, they're gonna have the asshole that human has in them, you know. Hell yeah, I would love to go back in time, change what I've done wrong. Yeah, but you making it right, you're messing up the future. No, thank you. If it messes with other people's lives, I want it. Yeah, and then you would have special powers. And you would get premonitions and predict ahead. Yeah, but I'm messing up the future. I couldn't do that. If I could go back in time and change things, I don't think I would. I don't know. I would depend on how it might. Yeah, how it could mess up. I just want to. I just think there are people that are doing that already, and they're not even really going back in time. They're just fucking with stuff they shouldn't be fucking with. I feel like it's messing with us in ways that people will never address or know. So I just want to do it. It sounds like a nice concept and everything, but not if you're messing with time. Never mind if it messes up other people's timelines and I want to go back in time. Sorry about. And I don't know, like the mindset that I have now too. I think comes from all my shit, comes from all my tragedies and all that, and um, I despite all like the disabilities and stuff I have, my mindset is good. So I don't think I would change that. Because what if I never got to this mindset? What if I kept on feeling like I was feeling? Uh, no, I mean you have it already. We touched on it before life ended. It does. You come a long way. Yeah, I want to. It's like I work to be this type of a way. If it messed with other timelines, then yeah. If it did good, that would be different. But messing with timelines and all that, no way. Wait, Gina, did Gina come back? She came back. Did she say something? Oh yeah, she said it too. So everybody pretty much asked a question. I think if you guys have any more, or if hey, Mrs. Augustine, we've been talking about a few things. The last question, I think. Oh no, that was a timeline thing. Well, one question we asked about was if you had two superpowers, what would they be? If you wanted to answer that. But welcome in. I was about to say, if Sweden was wanting to do the chat GBT check with answers. I mean questions. If there's any more questions we want to go through. I think this has been the longest I've been without celeries and cucumbers at night, and it does not feel good. And pickles. That's the thing, we don't know if we would be good or bad. Yeah, exactly. You have one? Okay. You know what would be cool? You know the Incantu, the one out who could bake something that would heal people? That would be so cool. Wait, Incantu? That's really a thing? You didn't miss a question. Wait. How long have you been without them? Did I miss something from Pika? If you could choose if you had an afterlife or not, what would you choose? That's an interesting one. Ooh, I don't know. I pushed to show that. I don't know if it's gonna do it. Um, man, I guess because I feel like the afterlife is such a spiritual thing that scares me less than it just being nothing and but then it's like nothing is not feeling anything and then you don't have anything to do. I think I would want the afterlife. Like I said, that sits better. That sits better than just thinking of just nothing. Oh, for like I think 5 days, Pika, and usually I always have something. Usually I usually I have the cucumbers and pickles for 4 or 5 days out of the week, and then the cucumbers and celery for like 4 days out of the week, and then pickles for three. So since they didn't deliver my pickles, I haven't had the stuff for like 4 days, and it just makes me feel horrible. Uh, I gotta look up what that is. So it's just an aunt that bakes things that you in Sweetums chooses no afterlife. Oh, it's a Disney movie. Salty back in the corner. Cherry chooses afterlife. Yeah, I've been without. Like I said, usually when I go without the cucumbers and the celery because they run out. Because I only order once a week groceries. So when they run it on the fourth day, I switch to pickles and have pickles for 3 days, but I don't have the pickles. And then my cucumbers were bad, so I only had those. I only had stuff for like 2 days this week, so I had to go like 5 days without my regular stuff. Larry would choose the afterlife. Jerry, I used to think yes, but now I just want to see my parents. Yeah. How do you think the afterlife is like? I know I know that I think people like Gina just said that it's like gonna be like a gathering of people and stuff. For me, I don't think it's like seeing the people in the forms they are. I just think we're our spiritual being without the body form. And that there's like a transitional phase that that you do get to see and feel your loved ones around you, just so for a period of time where everybody knows that everybody's okay and in this space. But then I think there's still more lives to go on, so people go on further into their next lives, and some don't. So they stay in that place, but I don't think everybody just always stays there forever, because I believe in past lives, so obviously I believe in afterlife, and then life starting over for some spirits again and again and again. I don't know if anybody else did, but I know I've had past lives. I when I was little, I really thought so many things existed just because I felt them as a person. I don't know if anybody else felt their past lives before. Um, Williams, you what? Live and whoever. I don't think I'm going to be a good place. So why wouldn't you go to a good place? I choose the afterlife. Pika says. Um. Good night, Diane. Thank you for coming in and staying with us. Hope you have a good night. I hope my grandma's having her best afterlife. Yesterday she passed 2 years ago, and I miss her so much. I choose the afterlife. Um, am I? Can you guys still hear me? I know that it was buffering on my laptop. I don't know if let me know if you guys could hear me okay. Can you hear me? Hello, anyone? Okay, he can. All right, it sounds good. Mm, Cherry, could I spend my afterlife with them? Then yes. I felt like maybe I have been here before. Yeah, I know I have been here before a few times over. I don't want an afterlife and I don't want to be reincarnated. I just want it over. And I say I don't want to be reincarnated if I had a choice. But I feel like if my reincarnation served a purpose of good and I had like this mentality I have now and I could help people, I would be reincarnated. If I had this mentality, not with my earlier mentality, that's a no. I hate the thought of past lives personally. So do I, but I know they were there and I know I lived them. They're scary, but um if I didn't have a kid, I'd choose no afterlife. Uh, or be with all my furry babies. Yeah, you and Cherry are very similar. How many times over? As far as what? As far as the future or the past lives? I, I really, the Brodies is a vessel. What? Oh, I don't know what Larry said. He retracted it. I don't know how many past lives I've had. I know that I've just had so much glimpses of certain things, and then when I like get my heart broken, in the stage of getting my heart broken, I noticed that I have a lot of glimpses of other stages that my heart broken, like it feels the same and all that stuff. It's so hard to explain, but I know that I think that's why my anxiety and stuff is so high as a person, because I just know so many like been through so many situations in this life and in others that have been just terrifying and stuff. Or there are glimpses of it. It's just it will be like there's somewhere, like I'm telling you, you know how they say they, I don't know if it's if they I know before they were taught that like humans weren't really around in the dinosaur age or whatever, but I swear those are some of my first memories. It sounds funny, but it's not funny because that was very terrifying. But it was like dinosaur age, caveman. This I say these words because I don't know the technical terms for it. I could just tell you like the where it feels like I've spent time, but just the like dated clothes. Just I can't explain the dates, the period of times. I could just explain like what I was wearing or something like that, but I never knew like what time it was. I just know it wasn't in the time I was alive. So I can't like I said, caveman. I feel like I lived amongst dinosaurs, stuff like that. And I used to eat my food as a kid. Sometimes when I was by myself, like you know how cavemen are like in caves over the fire, and they're like really tearing up some meat or whatever. That's how I would eat my food when I was alone when I was a little kid, because it was like seemed so familiar, like I'm there again or something. It was really weird, but not like visions of different environments. Oh yes, no, definitely different environments and stuff. Um, you think you can reincarnate into a bee or something? I think I don't know. I wouldn't want to be, but who knows what we could reincarnate in. I think little kids remember their past lives. So it was creepy for me. It was very scary for me because I didn't understand, you know. The caveman thing wasn't as creepy, but the dinosaur thing and stuff was very creepy. The body is a vessel at the beginning stage and transitioning. Once the spirit leaves the vessel, that's when life begins in the spiritual form, which is eternal. Oh, the chat's going up. And I can't wait for that transition. Yeah. I heard once that people can't I heard once that people will reincarnate until they get it right. That's what I feel like, but that's what I said. That's what it feels like. It feels like in no other life I never learned my lesson. This life I learned my lesson. So I say to the Lord, if he hears me and reincarnation is a thing, if I must be reincarnated, reincarnate me with this frame of mind and thinking that I have now, so I can be way useful in the other lives if that must happen. And please give me less illness. Thank you. Okay. Um, let's see. Seems like but got it right because I'm done. Uh, you had visions of those times. Do you look as you do now? Or no, I don't look like I do. I have the same like face, but some of like the body structures and stuff are different and stuff like that. But I do feel like I have the same face. But hairstyle and all that stuff, thinner, bigger, all that had always changed. Whenever I see a blinking star, I know it's my Ming and my cat I grew up with, who lived for 20 years. She was reared by everything and we had a pact. She will let me in the gate when it's my time, and we will be. Yeah. Oh, your cat lived for 20 years. Yeah, that's a long time for a cat. Mine lived till 13. Sweetums, good luck, Salty. It's because you were starved. What? That I thought of the caveman thing? What are you talking about? I know. Weird. No, I think cats, dogs are spiritual things that are going to be there too. I don't think they're left out. But yeah, it's different forms and everything. But I just know it's me. And it's like I'll have so many flashes and I'll feel all the hurt through all the times and like I said, this time it wasn't my whole life spent hurting over a person. A lot of years of my life was like I was telling somebody earlier, it took me a good 10 years, about a good 10 years to get over the last person I loved. That's a long time, but I did indeed get over them. That I never thought I would because it took so long. So I learned big lessons here this time around. Um, Winter, you're not weird. You're just how God made you in His image. You are perfect. Don't forget that. Well, what's the lesson? The lesson was that don't let people fucking run you to the ground and don't put your fantasy on people. See the real them from the start. You don't try to change somebody just because they're broken and fragile and that you love them. Don't think love could change a person. It doesn't matter how much you love a person. Um, they're not gonna change. Like there's just so much that I learned. I thought since I was broken and I met somebody broken, it's like, oh, we can love each other and mend everything. That shit doesn't work. People take advantage. I think just the biggest lesson is I'm just as good of a person that anybody else thinks they are. And those just don't listen to anybody unless it's good things. I believe you because you said you saw my face before and you actually did. Yeah. I wish I would have got my my fucking what is it called? My records from my therapist that wrote down everything that I predicted and all that stuff, but I didn't feel like I had to prove a point. I still was sort of like, oh, nobody cares anyway. Gina, I never see your Gina. I've never. Larry, she tried to show you your face, her face last night again, and you were gone. She did it right after you asked, and you left. You just disappeared on us. We don't know what you be doing, man. I think your pets would be there. Yeah, that me too. Oh, okay, Cherry. You're a very strong Eminem. Yeah, well, hopefully for the rest of this life. Yeah, Larry Gina says you asked yesterday, I showed it, but you dipped. I was in the moment yesterday. It was right when you asked for it, Larry. If you could choose whether you wanted to come back reincarnated or not, which would you choose? Well, that's what I was saying. If I had the choice and I was given the frame of mind I think now, then, and if it was to serve a person too, if there was a purpose in it, if I needed to be there to help mankind and stuff like that, then I would choose it. If it would just be to just live life and I wouldn't change and anybody, I would be like, hell nah. Let me go in the spiritual realm and stay in here, and I don't need to be amongst people anymore. Let me just stay in my spiritual form. But if it was to make a difference, I would want to make a difference. So I would say yes to reincarnation. I don't believe in reincarnation. I think one God's called your number, your time here on earth, it's over. Yeah, a lot of people do. I think a lot of people are new to this world. I think a lot of people are old souls that usually I could tell a person if for me, like I said, it's not a fact thing, but I usually know when somebody's been here or not when I see them in person. Sweetums. Oh my God, you said 1,000%. Now I am done, and that's how I feel sort of too. But I'm like, if I could help any thing in mankind, I don't know, I would want to. Let me see if this shows my. All right, what time is it? All right. Not gonna. My phone was like on red, and it doesn't even show me. Not yet though. Um, it makes this feel. It makes this life feel like it really has no special purpose to me or the people I love in it. This life is hell enough. Yeah. Can somebody please do an emergency delivery or pickle celery? Yeah. I gotta wait till Tuesday. Same shit, different smell. Hell nah. That's how I feel too, and but I'm just saying, I felt like that before I got into this, before I got here with my mindset. That's how I thought. I'm like, I don't want to live this over. Please don't let me. But if people are lost and I could help them, I don't know. I just don't want to. I wouldn't want to lose that opportunity. You guys think about it. If you guys were given the chance to start a world over, and there were literal people in that world put in there to make a difference, and there's enough of us to do that, the world would be way different than how it is now. Unfortunately, how it is now is people are so fucked up that we're just going down to down the drain. Nothing's going to be good because most people don't care about it being good anymore. So imagine a new life where we got way more people starting off as sort of soldiers in the war of good. You wouldn't want to be the soldiers in the war of good to make a different life so it wouldn't end up this way again? So we wouldn't feel like this way again? I don't know. I just wouldn't want to. I would want to fight in that war. I would want to see a world, a lifetime where the good actually win. I would want to be there for that, and I want to be helping for that cause. Um. So how did everyone hear me on the same channel? I think we all watched some of the same, most of the same people, and of course, Cherries, my sister. I brought her in this thing, and then there was some random people that just started. I no longer care about helping people. I am in it for me. And I'm not dang sweet. I I hear you though. I get it. If people I love are here, if my child was somehow there, then yes, I do think we still have our loved ones around too. It just might be in different forms. Not me, I'm exhausted and I'm done. I get it. It's pointless to me otherwise. So no. Sweetums, I don't believe that. You always I know, Sweetums, you are always offering help and stuff. Yeah, don't lose that. This is how we're living in the devil's playground. Yeah. But humans are making it that though. It didn't need to turn like this. People just turned it that way. Sweetums is done. Check. In this current life because I have no choice, Gina. But I definitely don't want another go around. Yeah, like I said, that's all I thought. I think the last 2 years have changed that for me, though. And if you would ask me before that, I would have said hell no to another life. Sweetums goes above and beyond. Yeah. Cherry, look at all the bullshit that's going on in the world wide, all the evil and wickedness. If it's not of God, it has Lucifer written all over it. Yeah. It's humans doing it, though. Humans are making the choice. We need to send Sweetums on the tropical vacation to be pampered. uh, Sweetums, why do you feel like you don't have a choice? Once I check out, that's it for me. And if I have any say so in it, yeah, I hear you guys. I just wouldn't mind being a warrior, like the spiritual warrior for fighting for the good. The choice means I'm ready. I'm already here, and I didn't choose to be here in this life. Yeah, and the people that corrupted the world are being controlled by the devil. Do you have to be deceived? And they're doing the devil's work. No, and that's why I said I understand how Sweden feels, especially because I felt that way most of my life, especially because I always felt my past lives. I always said, oh, hell no, I hope this is my last lifetime, you know? But then I just thought about the scenario of what if the next life had a chance to be good? I meant they have been deceived, the people, yeah. Um, yeah. I get you guys. Like I said, I felt that way most of my life. And like I said, if it was going to be I didn't know, that's only if there was a given, like there was God or whoever talking to me and saying, the world has a chance to be something different. If it's going to be, oh, we don't know and all that, I'll be like, hell no. I don't want to do it again if it's going to be like this or any other past lives. I wouldn't want to do it. Yeah, well, hopefully it doesn't. That's why we never talk like this around them, so hopefully they have better outlooks on life. Oh yeah, Gina, did you say if you would go again? Oh, you said if no, that was the afterlife, just if you would meet your parents there, but not a new life. I'm excited for you to read Between Two Fires. Yeah, that's the next book we're reading, right? All I'm saying is the devil controls the people, and yes, they choose the alliance with the devil, exactly, because they have been deceived by the devil, so all in all, the devil controls them, yeah. But like I said, it does boil down to a choice. Okay. What's that? No. Oh no. That's what? Between Two Fires and Purple Pandas. That's the Purple Panties is first, and then the Between Two Fires is the next book. Maybe you need to write a book with that one title together, Gina. It sounds like a good book. Of course, if I knew and if my kid could be there, then yes. Without him, no. Just no. I don't care who's happy. It's meaningless. But that is true, because, like, what if your kid goes in the next one and you don't? But I don't think it's going to come down to choice anyway. I think if it's a thing and it exists, I don't think we have a choice whether we want to or not. I think it just happens. So I just pray that if it happens, just give me this mindset that I have at this age. Don't let me go on the new life being a dum dum. Because, like I said, I really thought love conquered all. All you gotta do is love them. That doesn't work. Then it's pointless. Yeah. Well, hopefully we don't have to worry about this anytime soon. And like I said, I don't think it comes down to choice anyway. I hate thinking about this. It makes me not care even more. That's what I was sitting there. I'm like, damn, everybody's answer was depressing as shit, and my answer's usually the most depressing answer. And you hoes got Trump me tonight. I'm like, damn. I'm trying to spin it, turn it, twist it into some good way. You guys are like, nope, nope, nope. I'm like, damn. What the heck? Oh, how the tables have turned. Shit. Uh, Speaking of the afterlife, when my brother was passing, he kept looking up and talking to my cousin who passed the year before. Yeah, I knew with um, my dad for a week after his surgery, when he was just slowly, dying or whatever, when I chose to stop turn everything off and stuff before I turned everything off, I saw him looking at me, and that was the first time that he was looking at me since he had the surgery. He had been out of it the whole time. So when I saw that he was looking at me, I had to ask him, like, do you know it's me? Do you know I'm here? Do you know what I have to do? And he shook his head yes every time. And then I mentioned the people that had passed. I said, that's where you're going to be if I turn all this stuff off. You're going to be there. He was already there with them. He had the biggest smile, like that's where he's supposed to be. And, oh, let me shut up. But yeah, that's how I know there's something other than this. And you see your loved ones. Woo. Anyway, let's read the other stuff. Um, what are we talking about? Do you think it is weird for people to take pictures of deceased? It creeps me out, but if it comforts people, I can't really say nothing about it. The week before my mom passed, she kept smiling and waving at people above her bed. That's what I said. I'm like, did they know? If people have to sit through that and see that, you're shown there's something more. Um, that's why I said the question about that. I know some people need pictures and stuff. I couldn't do it, but I don't judge anybody that does. If reincarnation happens, then bring me back to Peregrine falcon, the world's fattest animal. At least then I could travel around the world for free. Yeah. Gina, I think it's weird at our family funeral that they make you pose. What? Really? Really, Sweetums? Oh no. When you're taking a picture of your deceased loved ones in a week. I didn't even know people do that. I never did that. Good call, Pika. Yeah. Uh, my dad was a Buddhist and wanted open casket but no pics. I mean, to each their own. I can't take a mental pic. That's enough. Yeah. I know they had with my brother, he was the first person that we really, really lost in the family, and they took pictures, and then I remember just I couldn't really look at them, and then one day I was like going through stuff, and they like fell out, and it was just horrible. I just think, oh, this isn't isn't good, and I don't think we did it for anybody else. But like I said, when you deal with death, and you're seeing death or whatever, there's death. It's not just medicine or the dying ones being delusional. There's something there that's beyond what we could see for sure. My mom had pics of all her family, Jerry. I always thought it was creepy. Yeah, I didn't want to say creepy because I feel like if people need that, then they need that. But for me, it is. It's creepy and it's very sad. Like it's just sad to me. We got deep tonight. Well, I can't believe they make you pose with the people. That's not right. What you guys been seeing how what they do to people now where they pose the bodies like they're chilling with a blunt and all that stuff, or that they're making deceased people into coffee tables and stuff. What do you guys think of that? Because that stuff is insanity, I think. I don't think that's to each their own. I think that's insanity. When you're putting a whole body in resin and encasing them so they could be your furniture piece, no. I really hope that's not a real thing. I hope they're joking with that. The posing the bodies and having parties with them and stuff like that, that's a real thing. But I hope when they show people made into a table and stuff, I hope that's fake. And it's at the person's request too. Like the person before they pass requests to be that way. What's wrong with people? I always say, don't worry about what comes out after I pass. You throw it somewhere, I won't care. They did that in the 1800s. What, make people out of furniture? So it has to be real then if they did it before. Oh my gosh. 1800s, they would take family photos and dress up the oh yeah, they would dress them up. I seen those photos. Yeah, but this is staging them and having a party with them and stuff. The 1800s, wasn't it just a picture? It wasn't literally having a party and chilling and smoking blunts and drinking and stuff. Like what the heck? Yeah, you gotta look it up, Winter Moon. It's a thing. Um, so as I was in such denial with my mom, that's when I started seeing people. I never welcomed it. She saw my dad standing behind me. Yeah. That's why I said that's when you know something's more out there. If you experience that, you can't deny there's not something out there. I turned around with attitude and told him I love you, but nope. Yeah. They want to come back as a table. I don't know if the people that are being turned into tables said it. I'm talking about the people that get parties thrown from them, and they're posed like standing in a jumpsuit with a blunt or something, or sitting in a chair and stuff. They ask for that usually, but I don't know about the furniture things. I don't know if they ask. Did you ever feel his presence yourself, Gina? The biggest presence I ever felt was my mom's. I'm thinking, did I ever feel my dad's presence like that? All I know is before, when my mom passed, me and my dad, we never like sat alone in a room together because of just how certain things had to be. We never drove in a car together. And when my mom passed, he had started driving me to work at night, and it would just be me and him. And I was so uncomfortable because I'm like, dang, I've never been alone with this man. And then I would notice, I would sense my mom's presence in the back seat and smell her perfume and everything. And I never said anything to him when it happened because it happened every night he drove me to work, and I never said it. And this was a new car he was in, and I never said it to anybody. Or I didn't even tell him that. You know, I think down the line I had told siblings, but he never heard the story. And then like 10 years or so down the line, he was like, "Your mom was always in the back seat with us," and I'm like, "Oh, he was feeling the same thing, and we never talked about it." That I think that's the strongest presence I've ever felt. Have you guys heard of the Body Museum? Yeah, that came around here, too. Like they went on the road, but I didn't see it. That's gross. When I was having seizures, I swear I felt mom and dad's presence and saw them. When I went out of body and saw myself in a seizure, oh yeah, mom was there. Yeah. And then when my dad was passing, you know, he was in ICU a lot and it was night, so you could see the reflections off the window. And I swear me and my daughter both saw like a younger version of my mom. Let me see if I could. We might sometimes when I plug my phone it won't work. I might have to get off here soon, pretty soon. Let me know if we start having audio issues when I plug this phone in. Is my phone? Oh, it's on 30%. We still got a little bit of time. Um, Sweetums, in the beginning, yes, I would hear the sound of his machines. I would have two, three dreams every week of my dad for 6 months. Yeah. Pika, when I die, I don't want a funeral. I don't want to be turned into anything. Just cremate me and spread my ashes at the beach or something like that. That's what I told my daughter. I was like, I don't want any service. I don't want anything. I don't even really care where my ashes went. You know, I was like, just get rid of them. Don't keep them around. No, that's all I said. I said, if people want their little necklace or whatever they want with it, they could get it that, you know, but other than that, throw those bitches somewhere. Because it's not only your ashes you're getting anybody that got cremated that day, you're getting a mix of them. So it's not like you're getting your own only your loved one's ashes either. I had to stop. I had oh somebody asked you. Um, I believe that Cherry back in the day they used to believe that people who had seizures were blessed and gifted to see them. I average 4 dreams a month of my mom since she's passed over 2 years. And they're nice dreams, right? I know you said you had one bad dream, but yeah, I've never had really too many nice dreams of my mom. They've always been very bad nightmares. I don't ever dream of my loved ones in the first year. Really, Sweetums? I've heard about people posing with their deceased loved ones back in those times, though. If I'm not mistaken, don't they still do that in some places? I don't know, but I know they were posing. It's different posing than having parties with them, like they're literally up chilling with you guys. That just adds more of a creepy factor. Like I saw one and they had like a glass of Hennessy in the guy's hand, and he was in a stood up position. So they had a Hennessy in one hand and a blunt in another, and everybody was smoking, drinking, chilling, really having a party around him. I dream of having to save my parents from a hellish scenario. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think hers are mostly good. Gina's are. We have had ceremony for ourselves, not you, punk. What? We will have a ceremony for ourselves, not you, punk. No ceremony. I'm talking about where the phony people come around and stuff. I don't want that shit. How we did for, the one we just did last, that's different how we did that. Exactly, I'll say the same thing. If they want to keep some of my ashes, I make them into a necklace or something, that's fine too, yeah. My grandma, you guys can still hear me right with this plugged in? My grandma came for a visit for the first time 2 weeks ago. She passed in 1998. I was thinking, what is going on? Wow. I don't want my grandma. I don't want my grandpa. I don't want to ever see them in a dream. They could kiss my ass in so many ways. I will keep those bitches away, yeah. You know this. No, maybe they wouldn't. Because I was about to say, they'll still hold one acting like it's something. But they probably won't. You know how people have falling dreams and they wake up before they die in the dream? I always have those dreams, and most of the time I almost fall on the damn floor when I wake up. Have you ever died in your dreams? Nope. I've gotten to the points where I've gotten like a whole bunch of violence happen to me, but it was never to the I'm dying point. But those are scary dreams. Damn it! I forgot to ask when this guy's supposed to be here tomorrow. That sucks. Just yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like that part, but it was never a finale. Like yeah. Sweetum's always good. The only ones I don't like is when I know it is a visit. I cry and hug her and don't want to let her go. Yeah, that's what I used to have with my brother. We used to be like walking through fields in my dream, and we would talk about the family, and he would give me advice, and then I would just know it would be over, and then I would just do whatever advice he gave me in the dream. But that went on for like 3 years, and then it just stopped, and I didn't really have much dreams about him anymore. But we would always be walking in like this field, just an open field, with a lot of trees surrounding us and stuff. But it was mainly filled. We were just kept walking and walking with big old clouds in the sky and stuff. And it would be the same thing every time. We would just walk, and I would need more advice, and he would just give it to me. Pika says, only other request I'll have is my urn. I want it to say, kiss my ash. Kiss my ash in all caps and in bold letters, respectfully. Yeah, mine would be bite me. Bite me 2 times. That's my saying. Shoot, put that on there. Uh, I love, yeah, I don't hate dreams, I hate nightmares, but that's mostly what we have is nightmares. You never had a dream, Sweetums, where I can't even say how YouTube, if somebody's like like say somebody pew-pewed you, right? And it hits you and you're literally laid out, feeling like you're about to go, but you don't totally go, you wake up. I think that's what she means by actively doing it. I always think she is still being a mom for me, supporting me because she knows I need it. Yeah. Freedoms, they are the worst. In my dream, I was in the airplane that was going down, and everyone was screaming and scared, and I laughed and grabbed my sister and yelled, "Finally, Sweetums, what?" Oh my gosh, the afterlife was Army Beret, a beret. Well, I can't even say it. What's that word? I don't know. I'm not gonna say it. I'm just not going to. Not today. Barracks. There we go. I know, Sweetums. We really got salty tums today. She was like, "Yay!" I'm like, I don't know. You know, if you were on the plane and that was happening, you'd be like, "Oh, don't let this start flying right," because that turbulence is even scary as hell. Shoot, I can just imagine knowing you're going down. Oh my gosh, I'm sweet on the outside and salty on the inside. I see. Damn, Jerry, I just read your answer. Yeah, I wasn't. I know how YouTube is, so I just let you guys read that one. Yeah. I don't think I've ever had one of like a plane going down. Watch it happen. It's not that we're talking about. I think we're all Sour Patch Kids in a way. At least in here. The point of all this, I wish I knew. I think the point of all it, this would make it way easier to deal with, but that I'll never know that. I ask myself all day, every day, especially being this sick and in this much pain and having loved ones that are sick and in pain and shouldn't be, it's like I feel sad about myself for to a certain extent, but when I see like family members, when I see my daughter that shouldn't have illnesses and they do, it really is like, what is the point? Because I see other people that don't have to live their life with illness, and it surrounds me. I feel like, what's the fucking point? Because it should be even. Everybody should have even ground to live this life. It shouldn't be people way more sicker than others and all that stuff. Everybody should get the opportunity of a life, that everybody should have the same opportunities. It's not fair that there's sickness. It's not fair that there's things that cause death. It's not fair that people die early. All that stuff's not right. It's not fair that some people don't go through anything and another person goes through everything. Like, it makes me mad. Um, I'm a warhead. Dang. Uh, which Sour Patch flavor though? I go with the strawberry. Mine is, what is the red one? The red one, is it cherry? Mine is the red one. They don't have strawberry watermelon in the normal packs, I don't think. I think the red is cherry. Yeah, it's not fair. Yeah, I know they have special bags. I don't like those. I've tried them. I'm like, nope, I'll stick with the regular one. I got Sour Patch like flat things they have. You'll see in my video if I ever make it. If I don't eat it beforehand, no, I won't eat it beforehand. If you could live in any American decade, what would you pick? Mm, I don't know. They were all jacked up in a certain way. I don't know if I would chose anything different than what I'm in for me. 'Cause I think all of them I look and they're scary. Do you think hell is real or life on life on Earth is hell enough? That I used to say this is hell, right? But there are people that are if it's hell, there are people that are in hell having a mighty fine time. So you know, only for the people that suffer it's hell. So I that's why I really feel like this is hell, but it can't be because, like I said, there are people that are having a good time. So, um, but I think hell. I consider hell as just a place of like souls being tortured and stuff that deserve it. So I don't think it is the earth, even though it does feel like it is. It is. Um. Yeah, life on Earth is hell, but I believe worse exists for sure. Sweetums, your choice? Yeah, my choice is I'd just rather be in whatever one I am now because every time I think of anyone, I'm scared of all of them, especially with the war aspect to it. The '60s for the music, but I'm an old soul, maybe older times. I would pick the '70s, or I was gonna say the '70s, but just all that goes on in everyone is scary. Or '40s, but don't see, yeah, the racism. That's what I'm saying. I can't pick it. I'd pick this one. Yep, that's what I say. If I'm alone, I'm enjoying the advancements in technology. Right, I could distract myself way easier now. Minus the '40s for the fashion. I would like the '40s when you could leave your door open and it was safe. Even the '40s. If I was in the '40s, my door would be fucking locked. I don't care how safe you think anything is. I would be that one person that got out of the 1,000 people. So my door is always gonna be locked. I don't care. And being a woman though, then yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Don't make it deep, Virgo. Damn it, that you gotta make it deep. That's reality. But yeah, I would never trust anything not being locked. I can't stand people that leave doors. So many people, especially in suburbia. I don't know if it's like that now, but I remember we lived out in the wood, and people just be leaving everything, keys in the car, doors opened, everything. So when I would sleep over their house, they wouldn't lock their doors and I would not sleep. I'm like, somebody's gonna come in here and kill us. But they just lived that way. Could never. Yeah. So yeah, no thank you. I'll stay in this one. I'd always keep my doors locked and windows. Yep, shut even if I lived in the middle of nowhere with neighbors miles and miles away. Yeah, because if you hear a lot of crime stories, so much happens, and what is the first thing they say? And then in the quiet neighborhood of blah blah blah, they never thought this would happen, but it did, didn't it? And then nobody was there to hear you screaming and everything else, because you're in the middle of nowhere with your doors unlocked. Yeah, Pico, there's always the truth. Yep, exactly, Sweetums. Exactly. Oh my gosh. I remember hearing this one story. It's a more famous one. I forgot the dude's name or whatever. But he basically went on a killing spree. And did he escape from somewhere? All I know is he had a rifle. And he picked this one house. And he went in and he pew-pewed the mom and dad, pew-pewed the brother. There was a younger girl. She was around like 7 or 8 or something. And she was in her room, with the lights off. And she said she heard him and she ran across the room and he started pew-pewing at her. And then he missed her, but thought he didn't even check to see if there was anybody in there or anything. Good thing because he didn't get her. And she just fell out to sleep from exhaustion. But then he even tells the story how he did it and went in and everything, but that was in the middle of nowhere. Well, she ran to her neighbors, so they weren't too far away, but he just randomly did that. And he tells it like he heard something move in the room. He wasn't sure if it was a person or not, but good thing he didn't just go in the room and check it. But she lost her whole family. Just people gotta learn to, maybe if your door's locked, they might not try you. Even when we lived out there, we had a bunch of dogs. My dad was always really strict with locking all the doors and all that stuff. So, and that's where I get it from. Bink said hi, Coco. uh, oh, Cherry, she's a fun one, isn't she? Exactly. Or it could be, no, not the feral person. Oh my gosh. Or a wild animal trying to sneak in, yeah. It could really be a feral person. You know that if there's a whole feral family and you're in the middle of nowhere, they could attack that house and take you and eat you before authorities even knew you were missing, too. I bet they won't find that feral family. Cherry, I was trying to get her not to think and just pick one. That's like the movie The Professional. What? Feral people? The Hills Have Eyes. Have you guys seen that movie? Oh, that movie scared me to my core just because of what I experienced. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Or what if it's neighbors like Roman who just walks in harmless, sure, but then our sandwiches are in constant jeopardy. Oh, I loved him, man. From Martin. He was funny as hell. And he always made me want a damn sandwich too. Not the sandwiches, but yeah. That was funny as hell though. Uh thanks for always thinking of Sleepy Girl over here. Where the guy pew all his family except the little girl and she hires a hitman. What? Are you talking about for the guy? Yeah, I don't even did I don't even think I could watch two the Hills Have Eyes 2 or something because I was too scared of one. That did it for me. Of course, Gina never saw it. No, don't watch it, Gina. No way. That movie, I would say, for nobody to ever watch. It's very horrible. Even when people like crimes happen to them and they live in the same house and think nothing. There's a lot of times where there was one time where this guy killed this woman's mom, but when she was a child. Oh, I'm not supposed to use the killed, but damn it, whatever. But basically murdered the mom, and he got put in jail. Right? They caught him. Everything. 30 years. He did 30 years. He got out. Went to the same house. The daughter was grown up, and he killed her. Like, how do you think? People like I just don't understand people that could live in the house like that and not think the person will come for them. And it wasn't even like anything personal. The dude didn't even know them, but he knew. He's like, oh, let me just go finish it off. And he was able to. I can't watch horror movies, but I love horror books. Yeah. That's that's what we're read. Aren't we reading? No, wait. Is it horror? What's that book? I used to read Dean Koontz back in the day. Yeah, I've seen The Hills Have Eyes. One scene that made me laugh in the middle of Hills Have Eyes when the people kept running around calling the dude daddy, and the guy kept looking around trying to find them. I don't remember that scene. I think I tried to block. I think I have just the worst scene that almost made me throw up in my head, and that's it. I think the majority of it I blocked out because it was just so scary. Because people don't think there's people like that, and there are people like that. They really are. I don't need them coming. Did you see that, Cherry? Did you see the news where the pigs? There was a pig running wild in a neighborhood here. There was some pig got loose, and pigs, of course, are illegal to own here. So you could tell this pig was fat and loved and somebody's pet, and now it's probably going to be put to sleep. I felt sad for that pig because, like I said, you could tell it was truly cared for. So whoever those owners are, I'm sure their pig's going to be put to sleep. A lady said she would ran and she fell down and it started like biting her hair. So maybe they think it's aggressive. Even though she tripped, the pig didn't knock her over. I don't think. I think she tripped and the pig was like, "Oh, how does this taste?" The 2006 version of The Hills Have Eyes, the guy who played the dad, Big Bob Carter, is one scene where Bob went to the gas station at the night. Oh, oh, okay. Oh no, I liked Benjamin Franklin the Vampire Hunter. I thought I would be I would hate it and be cracking up the whole time. And I liked that one. It wasn't, it wouldn't be something I'm like, "Oh, I need to watch it again ever." But it still was an okay movie. It sounds so stupid, but you thought that movie was stupid, Jerry? Oh man, I forgot. I gotta try to find some nose strips. Maybe some are on sale. Pore strips. You were laughing. I thought it was somewhat good, but that's what I thought it. uh, the killers kept running around yelling that. And then when the spicy killer was in the back seat, and he said that. Really? Oh, I can't remember that. Oh my gosh, I was probably too scared to even laugh at that. Oh, you liked it though? Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't like dumb like I thought it would be. Because I'm going to try to watch anything that has vampire in it. Yeah. I'm sure I would never admit to liking that to very often to anybody else. What the heck? I think we're going to end it around 4:30 tonight because I got on earlier tonight. I got on around 1:30 or so. So we got a little bit more time. I haven't seen. Oh, you haven't seen it? That came out a while back. I know Cherry probably look it up. I'm probably not gonna sleep because I'm scared of this dang inspector not knowing when he's coming. Oh, 2012. They need to make another good vampire movie. What are they playing around? They make them so stupid. Oh yeah, Abe Lincoln, yeah. So was Abe Lincoln the vampire hunter? Oh, I still haven't got to the dairy. At least I got 2 episodes I can watch now for Welcome to Derry. I was a little confused. The hell's that I too though, because remember who was in it who died? The famous Jet Jackson. He was in it and died how? I don't remember who died, who anything. I am bad at that when it comes to movies. My memory now. I used to remember movies and all that, but the last couple of years, if I watch, I don't remember any past movies or anything, and I suck at knowing names. Or I always sucked at knowing names. Oh yeah, I don't know. That's why everybody tries to talk movies with me, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I remember certain parts, and then I'm like, oh, I don't even know who is who, unless it's like somebody like Angelina Jolie and stuff like that. I can remember like who a few people are, but not mostly. No, it's a no for me. I don't know. Everybody went to sleep. Hello, everybody who's out there. Did everybody go to sleep? It's okay. It's late as hell. I think we got a little dark and deep with the whole afterlife and all that stuff tonight. Oh, you're looking through your books for Cherry. Okay. Well, we got 9 minutes for the wind down. The famous Jet Jackson was an early 2000 Disney series. How could you guys remember all this? I know everybody. Every time I think this, I'm like, how do people have memories like this? The main character in the show, the second Hilda Eyes, he was one of the military men. Oh, okay. Oh, dang, you have 500 books in that? Oh, wow. Dang, Sweetums. I'll say, Jerry said, damn. I hope the book set. I hope the book we just got is good. I hope it's just not some dry, stupid. Because it's a collective of different authors. It's not just Zane. So we gotta see. Oh my gosh. You know I didn't watch that. They're not about to ruin my Winnie the Pooh. I know you told me that. I'm like, I can't do that. Winnie the Pooh has to stay the way he is in my mind. I can't watch that movie. I like Winnie the Pooh too much. I used to always sing you the Winnie the Pooh song when you were a baby. My toxic trait is saving up books and videos to my watch later and never reading or watching it. Yeah. Oh, I've read Mystery a long, long time ago. I read a lot of Stephen King books. I still have them in what's it called? In the storage. I don't know how well it's faring if they're destroyed, but it's in there. I really have like how much books did you saw all my books at one time, didn't you, Cherry? Those books are probably all destroyed. The only ones I brought here were my series, the J.D. Robb and Death series. All my other books are got over in storage for like a million years. We didn't talk about the scary parts, Gina. I can't even remember the movie like Pika remembers the movie. I don't have memory like that. Oh, Dark Matter. I don't think I ever heard of that. I've seen some of. Oh, you watched some of it? Yeah, I can't. I can't. I can't destroy my innocent Winnie the Pooh with that movie. Screenshot, Jerry. I know. I wish I had. I wish I had a list of all the books I've read, so I won't read them like or buy them again. I wish I had a list, but that was way back in the day when I used to buy like 2 or 3 books to read during 2 or 3 books a week. I would read while I was working security, and they're all from the bookstore, so not anything electronic. I'm gonna have you have Ash Wednesday on Netflix. Let me pull up my Netflix so I can put that in my uh the Netflix. Oh, Stranger Things. Is anybody gonna be watching the final thing of Stranger Things? They made me mad the last season, so I don't know. Ash Wednesday. It doesn't. Wait. You say Ash? It doesn't show up on my Netflix. That's what it's called? Like the movie or the series? Mm, Ash Wednesday. Hmm. I can't find that. You haven't watched. I haven't watched the part season 2 of Stranger Things. I just don't like how they built up to them fighting that demon guy or whatever, and it was just such a weak fight that I don't even know if I want to watch this season. Used to work as security, tell us some wild stories about that, and yes, I want to see the new season of Stranger Things. It wasn't my security. I worked security in like downtown Philly in the office buildings. And the only thing that was like really, crazy is when cuz I would have to watch like oh, I've seen Midnight Mass, Sweetums. That was good. Um I had to stay in after hours. I would have to come in earlier than anybody else was in there, and I would have to be there after hours where nobody was in there. And for me, it was just like watching the elevators being called to the floor and knowing nobody's in the building, and then having them come down and open up right in front of me. That just always stopped my heart because I'm like, damn, what's going to be on those things? Nothing was ever on them, but the elevators didn't do that when no everybody was working and nobody was taking the elevator. They were never called to a floor and brought down. It was just always after everybody was gone, so that was scary. Oh, you should watch Midnight Mass. I liked it. Um, so nothing too, thrilling. Uh, that's one of the best newer vampire movies. Oh yeah, you're talking about the Midnight Mass one. Would you work in a graveyard shift at a haunted cemetery? Hell yeah, 10K a night. Yeah. Well, what would I have to do? Not if I had to walk around or something. If I just had to like stay in a building or even be in a truck and I could drive the truck around or whatever. But if I had to get out for something, fuck no. Fuck no. Not I. um, when Eddie Murphy was a vampire, I thought that was funny. Oh yeah, I remember that movie too. That was way back in the day. That I laughed at. Is there more than one Pooh song? It's just like the Winnie the you go Winnie the Pooh, silly little bear, that whatever. I am about to sing it out loud. I don't know if it has a name, but it's just you just say it's just Winnie the Pooh, silly little bear. I don't know what the rest of the part is, but that little part you would be able to know what song it was. Mm-mm. I want to be able to walk around. If I was by myself, that would be a no. Nope, because I would give myself a heart attack. Just you and a flashlight. Hell no. And I would probably attempt to do it, but I know I wouldn't be able to. But you asked 3 times about the Winnie the Pooh song? Oh, I see now. Well, I don't know if it had a name. I just heard it and started singing it. I might do one night. That's what I'm saying. I will attempt a night, but I know I probably wouldn't make it to the end of that night. Heck no. Sweeties, look, yeah, Gina, you wouldn't make it either, too much, because you're a G. You wouldn't last. Because being security at a cemetery also means that you're guarding from assholes too that will fuck with you. Yeah, Vampire in Brooklyn was funny. Did Winter Moon say peace out to us tonight? I guess so. Yeah, I think it would be, but I wouldn't be able to walk the grounds. I know there's some people just have to drive the truck around on the cemetery, or then you have the grave digger guy. What are the cemetery people called? There's something that worked there, and then I think they got to dig the graves at night, or maybe not. I thought they did, but no, that's just I've never seen. I forgot what they're called. The people that stay at the cemetery, they are always very creepy looking, having that job. Sweetums. I don't know, Sweetums. I don't even know what Terry and Gina missed out on. Um, I don't know what's happening with the chat sometimes. Um, I'm not even gonna start anything up. That's why you guys were just like, what are you guys talking about? I'm like, we're not about to rehash what we just had to go through. Um, that I know he does that all the time. I don't get it. I don't understand. I would be in my man body with my supernatural power. Yeah, invisibility activated until you learn that you're not invisible. You would be running for your life. Oh yeah, the groundskeeper. Yeah, they're always very creepy. Uh, it's the groundskeeper, right? Yeah, I think it's the groundskeeper. Gina, the only one day though, easy 10. Yeah, that's why I said I would attempt it. I wouldn't definitely say no, but I know I wouldn't be able to. You gotta just. I told you, I'll tell you. Um, I picture them just chatting it up. Girl, you gotta watch. You gotta watch the part of the live you missed, Gina, because you don't got social media. So you gotta watch the part of the live you missed, just so you know what the deal is. If you don't want to know what the deal is, then you don't gotta listen to it. But if you do, you gotta go back. Would you rather speak all the languages or speak to animals? I'd rather speak all the languages. For me, same chair. Can you imagine how rich you would be to charge people to translate? Dang, you guys got the smarter answer. Dang it. Their animal said, "Fuck you, human. Just feed me and shut the fuck up. Just feed me, make sure my shit is done, and shut the fuck up." But yeah, you could be really rich. Uh, no, Gina, but as it was told to us earlier, no. Very upsetly, very angrily. A hell no. About them shutting it up. Um, Even if the pet is sick, you could be like, where does it hurt? Yeah, true. And where you don't got to pay the big vet bill. Um, and, you could know that you don't got to spend $2,000 just to find out it's, nothing. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just, trying to leave things alone right now. Um, that's not it though. What really happened to those sweetups? Uh, I'd probably say speak to animals because then imagine the possibilities. Yeah, you shall know soon enough, sister. I was just saying for Gina, because Gina doesn't got social media. She gotta go back. She must know the deal. No, you didn't, sweetheart. You were right in the thick of it. What do you mean? I'm talking about the response to that. You know what? When we were playing around. Remember, Sweetums? Yeah. Gosh. And I'm like, can't we all get along? Like, what the heck? Yeah. You all forgot. uh, But you guys, I'm gonna go. I've been on for 3 hours and 15 minutes. It started off me not having anything to say, and it always, like I said, it always turns into conversations, and I always enjoy it. Being the DM AOL. uh, wait, well, I'll call you after I do my night thing, get back in bed and everything. I'll call you. Um, Jana, it's there. You just gotta figure out. When you said well, the chat takes what 12 hours to go back up, so that kind of sucks. The actual words. Um, yeah, but it takes so long, so you might be able to. Yeah, you can't. Here, you won't be able to do it until the chat goes up, and then like takes like 12 hours. I don't know why my chat does that. I don't know if you have to be monetized for it to go up faster or what, but that sucks. All right, you guys, though, I did have a good night. Thank you guys for always joining me. I'm glad we're getting a little more people coming in again. We're getting our little crowd going, and we're keeping the questions and answers interesting. I hope we didn't get too deep for everybody, even though I got too deep for my damn self. But, yeah, it was fun. Um, all right. Um, I'll see you guys later. Good night. Um, Pika, Gina, Sweetums, Winter Moon, Cherry. Is Alice in here? All right, you guys. Good night. Yes, did you say good night to each other before I? Oh, you already did. All right. Yeah, I say good night or morning. All right. Good night.